Go ahead, pack your stuff up and leave. So she got upset too, and she left. So my whole
So
thing was who was in the
the
wrong,
sound is on.
and
Okay.
Jay said, "Oh yeah, the
Okay.
guy was in the wrong because you don't fly on the girl and everything unless you clearly state to her that you trying to build a relationship." And he wasn't, and like I said earlier, in a world right now where you got to be very transparent with one another, you got to make sure that everything is all cope and steady and very and making more and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get straight. I'm trying to get straightened out right now. So, all right, yeah. Now, okay, now I'm getting audio from Facebook. All right, what's going on, y'all? I know y'all was kept in the dark because y'all seen my mouth moving, but ain't no words coming out on through y'all speakerphones or however y'all listening to me on Facebook. So, yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy DJ D Wiz. Earlier, I was just talking about a woman who ended up leaving the house because her guy that flown her out to where he was, took her out, showed her a good time. They came back, they threw some drinks back and everything. And she told the guy, "Hey, let's go ahead and go to sleep." And I pretty 9 times out of 10, none of the interaction happened, and he just went to sleep. I'm not saying that that's expected, but at the end of the day, that if a guy doesn't even ask you for that and that don't even happen, you know that you at least got somebody that's trying to build a relationship. But other than that, the girl ended up sneaking out in the middle of the night. And with her sneaking out in the middle of the night, he caught her and confronted her. With him confronting her, she ended up, just basically saying, we not together. We're not in a real, relationship. So you need to calm down. He ended up going. It's not like he was being very dramatic. He was very, low toned with her. He was just trying to understand like why she leaving out in the middle of the night. Which, if you really trying to, her excuse was, let me tell y'all this. Her excuse was, I'm finna go out and see my friend who I haven't seen in a long time. Her girlfriend that she haven't seen in a long time. Which I I was like, okay, if it was like that, see, this is what I mean about transparency and being honest and everything. If it's like that, you have to let that be known because you look shisty getting up in the middle of the night while dude is still sleeping and just dipping out. So I ended up going like, man, she in a world right now how everything is going. I'm like, she got off so lucky because it could have gotten way worse. It could have got way worse because some of these females is not getting off that lucky. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about with certain models that's being killed out here from crazy guys who have a mental illness to them, which I'm gonna end up talking about later on during the show. But I'm sorry, but yeah, it's something that had me like, yeah, she really got off lucky because this wouldn't have made the internet. It would have been that type of situation, it wouldn't have made the internet like we thought it was gonna be. It's probably gonna hit the news first and then the internet. But first off, I want y'all to know we have to do better with trying to, and I'm talking to the guys right now. We got to be more clear about our intent with women because if we not, we're gonna have situations like this, like with guy who flying out a girl that he talked to on the phone and everything, and flew her out to spend time with her where he was at, you know, and for her to just get up and leave in the middle of the night, it looks really really bad. Now, had it would have been as innocent as she's trying to make it seem, she would have maybe shown the contact information on the phone and everything. But the fact that she threw the whole "we're not in a real relationship," it made it the guy retract it and go, well, I know we not in a relationship, but still need confirmation. If it's like that, okay, then my fault. You go ahead and have you a good time. Or if anything, how come you didn't wake me up and let me know that you was gonna leave? So, and shout out to LSC. She also talked to us about it when we was all having this conversation over at the other office, the other studio, when we interviewed the homie Mojo, and we had this discussion. She like I basically wanted to shine a light on us being more, clear on our intentions with a woman that we trying to be with, or if possible, just want to date. If we're on a dating type of, you know, basis, let still like show your intentions. Oh, I know we dating, but I want this to be, official, exclusive relationship. If you don't, then it's gonna be a lot of mishaps. It's gonna be a lot of, taking back, moments where you feel like you can't, you know, show your emotions or be open to the person that you're talking to. Now, how do y'all handle y'all situations with when it comes to dating? How would some of y'all handle a situation with dating? Would y'all want things to, progress into an exclusive relationship, or would y'all want it to just be dating? Let your boy know. Let your boy know. Because I know for me, I'm gonna end up having a dating relationship that I would want to be exclusive. And whew, sad to say, you got to be very clear with your intentions with the woman that you're trying to be with. Note that I'm saying woman right now because I ain't trying to say girl. I'm trying to get more into saying woman instead of just saying girlfriend and everything, because that's what you at the end of the day, that's what we all want, a woman, not a little girl. So yeah. Much appreciate y'all for tuning in and everything, and leaving comments and showing y'all love and support. Continuing on for what I'm saying, a lot of us want a relationship, but don't know how to even produce, say any words to actually get a relationship going. And what I mean by that is you really want to let the let this person know, let your girl know, let your guy know that you want a relationship. You don't just want to be dating. So that gives them a chance to actually take in for themselves, do I want to date this person knowing that this is going to turn into some exclusive? And not only that, do I want an exclusive, me and you together forever type of thing? Because that's something that you gotta take in for yourself and take it for the other person, because you don't, at the end of the day, we don't want to waste anybody's time. We don't want to waste our own time or each other's time at all. So you got to really take that in and actually think for yourself before you actually turn the eyes into us's. Did I even say that right? Turn the eye into us, okay? Let me say that. Turn the eye into us, because if you don't, if you still thinking I when you together with somebody, then you're not ready for a relationship at all. You're not ready for not one bit of a relationship. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because this is all about life, and it's more than just, man. It's more than just a show. It's real life, okay? But man, I really appreciate y'all for keep on tuning in. For those of y'all who streaming on other platforms, make sure y'all tune in to Facebook. Just dip in a little bit, say what's up, say what's up to me and everything. Let me know that y'all listening, and let's keep it going. So one thing about me, when if I would get into a relationship wise, I would want to be mentally ready and also physically ready. Because for one, I ain't gonna say it like it's a bad thing, because some people will say relationships is bad and everything, depending on how it is for you. But like I said earlier, if you're not clear on what you want and how you want to go about everything, it's gonna be a tough time for you. A very tough time. I'm sorry, a very tough time. So we got Stephanie. We got Stephanie tuned in right now. What's going on, Stephanie? What's going on, Steph? Stephanie. Steph Curry with the shots. No, it's not. We got Stephanie tuned in. What's going on? Loyal listener, very loyal listener right now that's tuned in right now. Make sure y'all get like Stephanie. I need y'all to get like Stephanie right now. She always be coming in, listening to us right now. So yeah, thank you, Stephanie, for tuning in and everything. I know she was like, finally, we got some sound. I had to leave out for a second to come back in. Yeah, Stephanie, we back in. So let's keep it going. For me, like I said, I had to get my mind and my body physically and mentally ready for a relationship. One thing for sure that I learned from past relationships is I had to, learn how to become a leader, because a lot of women, want that guy to, take the lead in relationships. And if you're not taking the lead, it's gonna be a rough time for you. It's gonna be a very rough time for you, for like when it comes to relationships, because for one, you don't want no conflict. Hold on, we got Stephanie. She made a comment. She said, "I'm going to say something on this. Everybody is different with their emotions." Yep, everybody is different with their emotions. Yeah, very different with their emotions. And we also talked about that too on the show, on a show in the basement on Underground Hitters. We talked about men acting emotionally or logically, or women acting emotionally and men acting logically. Where as it is now, men are starting to act emotionally as well, and women is acting logically, being more calculated and how they move and what they do. So it's the fact that the roles is being switched. I'm be honest with you, the roles is being switched, because now is guys out here that's showing their emotions, and but not knowing how to keep them in check at the same time. And what I mean by that is you could say how you feel without being too extreme about it. And y'all, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, some of y'all don't. So I'm gonna talk to the people who don't understand what I'm talking about, so you can get it through your head right now. You got to learn how to, control your emotions, but also speak your mind. So that means don't do any type of outburst. Say what you mean and mean what you say, but don't overdo it, because you start to lose your meaning in what you're saying. A lot of us, and what I mean by that is, you know how some people will hear what you're saying, but then they bring it up as you projecting more than you actually just trying to be clear about what you're talking about. That's what I mean. If you trying to fix something, that's going on in the world without sounding too extreme, people are going to start thinking, oh, he's just projecting, whatever, that ain't something that's going on like that. So it the message is lost. The message is lost in what you're saying. So that's what I mean by that. If you wanna fix something, speak through it with more meaning, instead of it being just you wanted to be loud, be the loudest person in the room. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. I got to get back to some more people right now. We got Stephanie saying, not everybody could talk or express their emotions. They can have a very hard time talking and expressing their emotions. If anything, if you have a hard time talking and expressing your emotions, then that means you have to take it within yourself. Thank you, Stephanie, for that comment too. You have to take that in for yourself. You have to think, how am I going to express myself? How am I going to let this person know how I think and how I feel if I can't express it anyway? So that's something that you gotta really, think of first before you even make another move with somebody. You have to think, am I going to be able and willing to speak my mind? And also, how am I going to take it with the response? Because a lot of us can't say everything that's on our mind, but we can't take what we dish out. So if you ask it for honesty, be willing to take it. Be willing to take this honesty. Okay, because not everybody is gonna have nice words for you. It's gonna be some constructive criticism that's gonna come back in a relationship, to where the guy is gonna say, I think you could do more of this, or you could say more like more of this, and vice versa with the woman saying that to a guy. you know they wish they could take lead more. That's what I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing a lot of women saying that these guys, these men, should take more leadership in a relationship, and not a lot of us was doing like is doing that. I know, because that's how I was when I was in relationships, where not as me letting a woman lead, but more of both of us is trying to figure out how we're going to go about this. If one person is not listening to the other person, has the guy supposed to take lead in a relationship if the woman is not willing to listen to what he says? Because at the end of the day, it's not malice, it's not criticism, it's actually just taking charge. And the fact that I wasn't ready, I wasn't really, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I wasn't ready to, get into a relationship, because I informed my head into being the actual decision maker. And with that being a decision maker, how am I going to actually respond to when my woman, who I actually want to spend the rest of my life with, how is they going to react to me and my leadership? And am I even going to be taken serious? And not only that, how am I going to respond to that? Because if your woman is not going to take you serious, a lot of us act in a very negative way, which shouldn't be a consideration at all. You shouldn't think of none of this. You shouldn't react in no type of negative way towards a woman. You know, Even if she's swinging on you and everything, that's not for you to some of us go like, oh, if she hits you, you better hit her back and everything. It's a very thin line when that happens. It's a very thin line. And I'm not huffing and puffing because I had to go through that situation. It's just I've seen it so many times to where one point I was like, oh man, he should have hit her back. And the other time I was like, why you put your hands on her? So it's a very slippery slope with that. Very slippery slope. So we also got Stephanie right here. She's saying, it's like, how are you going to react? Guys like to call us hard headed. What about them? And and with guys, what do you mean by hard headed, Stephanie? I want her to clarify that, what she meant by being hard headed, because I know with guys we gotta be the rock in the relationship. You know, even though how this generation and back is going to evolve to where men have to say their emotions in order for a relationship to work and everything, whereas back then a man just had to be the rock for the whole family, and had to hold down his emotions throughout everything. Like, there is no speaking your mind and really showing your emotions, unless it's just public opinion that you have on certain things, but internally you have to bottle up your feelings and hold it so you can stay strong for the rest of the relationship, and especially if you're raising a family. So if you're talking about men being hard headed, as in them not expressing themselves, then I know what you mean, because you looking at generation for from back then, how how I say traditional. I'm gonna say traditional. How traditional relationships are ran, because traditional relationships are ran, whereas the man is the everything, is the not even the everything, the decision maker, the actual financial, keep everything together in the household, whereas the woman is the emotional support. She makes sure everything is clean, taken care of, the kids are together, the husband is satisfied, and everything. And whereas the man is taking care of the house financially and going out and working and coming back to a woman that loves him, that shows him every type of support, that is with him throughout his trials and tribulations, through his wins and losses, through his fails and his accomplishments. The woman is there throughout the whole ride. So that's what I see a traditional relationship is. But like I said early on, in a traditional relationship, the man is the rock. When the woman is going through something, she leans on her man to listen to all her troubles, and just make sure whenever there's a tragedy that goes on in the on her side of the family, or anything dealing with a friend or problems and everything, the man is there to listen to her problems, and stand and not only listen but have solutions. Because some of us listen to each other, but we don't have no solutions. And I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it, because some of us don't have solutions to the other person's problems. But you can't just be out here, talking about you listen, but you don't have no answers. Eventually, you develop the problem solving skills. Not just for yourself, but for somebody else too. And it's the right type of thinking too. When you when you start to go inside your mental, and process everything, you can develop a way of thinking to where you can problem solve. So we got Stephanie. She right here. She also, I guess she cleared it up right here. She says, "I'm going to put this the best I can." And I can let me repeat this. I'm going to put this the best I can in the comments. It's not just them on expressing themselves. How about when they don't listen to us and they know when we're right? Well, when they know they're right. So how men don't listen to their women when they know that the woman is right. When a man don't listen to a woman and he ends up, being wrong about it, I think a man should admit when he's wrong. You know, and most of the time, men don't have a problem with admitting when they're wrong. You know, and some of us, always say you got to man up and know when you're wrong. And I say that's one thing our generation is also good at. You know, some of us have a struggle with actually admitting when we're wrong, but at the end of the day, we always gonna give it up. Like, hey, I was wrong, and please forgive me, and I'm gonna make sure I don't make that mistake again. So you gotta ask yourself also, Stephanie, whenever you wrong, do you admit it with everything in your heart? When you know that you wrong or something, do you admit it? So that's something that I want. That's something that I want you to also do. Think about too, Stephanie. So let me go ahead and keep on going. So with me talking about this, I want y'all to know right now that I'm talking I'm talking in a very, wanting to solve this whole thing that we're going through, especially with relationships, mainly relationships. I'm gonna say that because it comes to where it comes to a point where we find ourselves wondering what do we want in a relationship, and some of us even backing out of even having a relationship, and it's scary. It's very scary because we're going opposite ways from each other, which when we need to start coming together. And man, I I don't want I don't want this to become where we are struggling to actually find a relationship. And some of y'all is gonna say, "Oh no, we're not gonna struggle to find a relationship." But when you look at it, we are. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying we should all just be hitched up with each other, but at least try to find somebody. We all focus on each other. It's gonna be a point where you're gonna have to find somebody else to share all this wealth with. You know, all your accomplishments can't just be talked at with your friends or your mom. You're gonna want that one person in your life. You know, you're gonna want that person in your life, that one person in your life to be there with you, so you can talk about your problems and how things is going for you mentally. You know, and I ain't saying forget your friends. Don't ever forget your friends and everything that was with you and listening to all your problems, because some of y'all do get into a relationship and forget that your day ones was there from the get go. Whenever there was a problem, you would hit them up more than your family members. And don't forget your family members too. Don't forget them too. Oh snap! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mic almost fell over. See, look. But don't forget that. Do not forget that. One thing for sure. One thing for sure. It's about communication and knowing what you want. If you know that you want a relationship while you out here, getting to your goals, I want you to for real think about if your goals is going to interfere with you having a relationship. Because some of us do feel like our relationship is going to sidetrack us from our goal. And reality, it all depends on how you go about your relationship. If you take everything at a slow pace in a relationship and y'all both comfortable with that, by all means, you finna make it to your goals before you even know it. And I mean that with everything that I say. Like, I mean that. And why do I say this? Is because I've seen it happen so many times with people that I come across, with people that I'm friends with. Like, they're chasing their goals and they're in a relationship, a successful relationship. And I'm not just saying that because some of y'all might, do the devil's advocate and hop in here and say, "Oh, how do you know that they're, having a good relationship?" Because man, you gotta the proof is in the pudding, and right now the pudding is looking very nice right now. So I just shoot, I just know that it's going good. So and for one, it's also about learning past relationships. Through past relationships, how do you plan on moving with a new relationship? You know, because some of us, give up on once the past relationship is over and done with, and say, "I'm not finna get with nobody else ever again. Nobody is finna have access to my heart. It's done. It's shut down and all of that." When in reality, that relationship was a lesson. And what you talking about, you done with future relationships, you failed. You failed that lesson. You really failed that lesson. And I'm gonna need you to get back on it. I ain't saying I'm not, and what I mean by that, because I keep on saying I ain't saying what I mean by that is you got to get out here and actually at least keep your eye open, you know, because you never know when you're gonna find that guy that's gonna come past you and have that and want to have this conversation with you. Some women and some men, tend to turn away from people that's trying to have a basic conversation with you. And and not only that, they might even be trying to they might even try to have a relationship with you, you know. But you so hung up on I've been, mistreated, done wrong. I'm done with women. I'm done, some of y'all saying I'm done with men and going your own way. Or not only that, you demanding more for a relationship. You saying if I'm gonna be treated like this, I should get something out of it. If you're gonna do me wrong, at least have some money to your name. And I'm talking about like six figures, a man of value, a man of high value, or a woman of high value. When in reality, God might, if God wanted you to be with a high value man or a high value woman, you would have already been with them. What I mean, man, I'm gonna say it again. If God wanted you to be with the high value man or a high value woman, you would have already been with them. But you got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself. I ain't trying to get too biblical and everything, trying to throw the Bible into this, but you got to think. You got to think what's internally going on with myself to where I have to look for a high value man or a high value woman to make everything else that they do to me right. That's something that you got to really think for yourself about, because once you figure that out, that you don't just want a high value man, so all of the other things can make more sense to you of him doing you wrong or her not responding to text. The guy, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all, forgive me for this. Oh man, the guy, not coming in, at certain times, coming in on, or him coming in on, certain nights, you know, not in his right mind, or her doing the same thing, or the girl sneaking out early, what we talked about early. But it comes to a point where the heartbroken is trying to demand more for them being heartbroken. So I know we had this whole thing about women ain't ish, men ain't ish. But we know at the end of the day, we only saying this because we was heartbroken. And right now we need to go back on the whole being clear with each other, and actually showing love and respect for one another, and wanting to be in relationships, not just saying because somebody did me wrong, I'm done with relationships, period. Because you don't know, you was put on this earth to procreate. Did you know that? You was put on this earth to spread your family name. Did you know that? Like, some of us don't even know that our name has to continue. Our bloodline needs to continue, in a positive way, you know, because some of us make the excuse, oh, because I taught somebody, something, that's my legacy continues on. Your legacy only continues on if enough people knows what their teachings are and who taught them. So, with all that being said, how bad you want your legacy to continue? How bad do you even want a family? How bad do you even want to have a name for yourself out here, man? You gotta have a name for yourself out here. Shout out DJ Get him. He just tuned in and everything. Shout out DJ Get him. He tuned in onto the Facebook Live. Uh, how bad do you want your name to be out here? And I'm talking about in a positive way. How bad do you want your kids to have a bright future, and not only a bright future, a family that taught them how it is to actually have a relationship with a woman or a man in a more cooperative way, in a positive way? I know all of us want it. We deny it. We deny it because we've been treated bad so many times. For real, I've been treated bad so many times. But do I give up? No. I get back. I get back out there. Sometimes they tell me, hey, you got to sit back. You know, it's not your time. You got to sit back and everything. But man, I just get back out there because I know that there's somebody out there for me. And if I'm working towards my goal, you might just come across that person. And speaking of come across that person or persons, I got the homies in right now.
What it do?
What's going on, Jay? People? And I got the homie Keys in here right now.
Yeah.
You throw that,
man. Right on time.
Right on time. Yeah, so I got the homies in here.
Yeah.
DJ Key Product.
Yeah, you know it. You already know, man.
The homie J-Way.
What it do?
And what's going on with y'all, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, thirsty. Yeah, we're feeling good, some stuff going on, with the family and everything. But we here.
Yeah, definitely out here. So I don't know if y'all was listening on the way here.
What you talking about?
Man, we talk about relationships, but I'm trying to get more into mental health awareness. I was trying to segue into mental health awareness before y'all came in.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up talking about relationships early on because I wanted us to be more clear on what we want in relationships to women.
Yeah.
And also women be more clear on what they want with the guy. So both ends be more communication. Communication wise, it's more clear on both ends and understanding.
Yeah.
So what is y'all opinion on being more clear on what you want in a relationship?
Man, you definitely got to be clear about what you want,
mm-hmm.
and your person has to be clear on what they want as well too.
Yeah.
Like communication is definitely key. Like if you're not expressing what you want out of the relationship, how's that person supposed to know? Like how they supposed to love you properly?
Yep.
Yeah. And also, with that being said, listen, don't be having people in your relationship as well. I'm talking about outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people who maybe hating on you.
Yeah.
Maybe hating on what you got going on.
Yeah. Right.
No, don't let those people in. Cut them people off.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Cut them off. Because that is a relationship killer.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
You got outside influence. That's what you're saying.
Outside influences.
Yeah.
Yes.
Outside influences.
Outside influences. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what you mean by that actually? Because some people think like, oh, don't tell them everything that's going on, like the negativity that's going on in the relationship.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. So
negativity.
That's what he mean. You can tell them the accomplishments stuff that y'all been, having like, hey, went on a date and everything. I whooped up and skee ball and all that, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
The bad stuff.
Right.
leave
that.
Leave it out.
Whenever people have like negative opinions about your person, they don't even know them. Don't
Right.
be doing that either.
Right.
Don't do that either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, look, I like how you wording it because you saying persons. I'm steady saying man and woman.
No, I say person because you already know, man.
Right. So.
Well, your significant other, just
significant other, because I used to say significant other. See.
Yeah.
I didn't even find that word back then. See.
Yeah.
But man, with significant other or your person,
exactly.
Keep outside influences, outside. Just outside. Don't bring them in.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't do it at all.
Because for one, when you get into an argument, and then you tell your family and friends about them, about how y'all spitting, fighting, and cussing and all that, and then y'all work it out. Now y'all wondering why they getting stares at the barbecue.
We got a comment.
Well, what we got?
Stephanie says, I ain't worried about no haters. I use that as motivation. You're absolutely right, Stephanie.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely
right. You're
right.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Get 'em.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
Yeah.
Tuning in.
Shout out DJ Gill.
Yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
golly.
It's all them chili fries.
Nah, that's that
eat
pizza, boy.
chili fries.
That's that pizza, boy. But man,
Right.
since I've been talking about relationships, I also been talking about getting your mind right.
Yes.
So I also want to get into mental, health awareness.
Mental health awareness.
Yeah.
Because some people, don't check their mental health before getting into a relationship and
True.
find out how unstable they are.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Because how a lot of us keep on saying we got to see each other in 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning we got to see how we act during winter, summer, and everything. That's all well and cool, but it's also talking about how you handle situations when they go bad or they don't go your way.
Definitely.
So if you get into an argument, how do you handle? How is your attitude towards that? I gotta see you when you do that. I'm trying to hold on. Let me lower this mic. Some people tuning in on Facebook talking about I can't even see your mouth. Is you even talking?
Why you want to see our mouth?
I don't know. I don't know. I
want to see my mouth.
It's consistent.
What?
I don't know, bro. But
I hope that's not a troll thing.
Who said I want to see your mouth?
No.
Your mouth.
Right. But man, it's the fact that once you get your mental health in order, first off, how do you know when your mental health is in order? Because some people will ask that question, like, how do I know when my mind is right for me to hop into a relationship?
When your mind is right?
Yeah.
That's really a personal question, up to the individual. I guess you'll know. You just know.
Mm-hmm.
You just know. Like, if you guys vibe, if you and your person vibe with one another,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all just click and y'all have a bond and y'all got chemistry and argue like that.
Yeah.
Or if it leads to a disagreement,
right.
You know how to work it out in a healthy manner.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I was gonna say the same thing. I know you finna answer too, Keith, but I say it depends on if you don't, explode during certain conversations that y'all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something that doesn't go your way in a relationship and you don't handle it in a very positive manner,
right,
then you're not ready for a relationship. If you don't act calculated instead of it being emotion, because we did talk about how guys
on Tuesday.
Yeah, how guys and girls,
And we gotta bring that up too. we gotta bring.
I talked about it earlier. But I want Keys to answer the question before you go on to that.
So the question basically is, how would you know if you're mentally ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just when you know who you are. Right. I guess I should say, when you recognize the kind of person you are and you're content with that,
right?
Then you can maneuver. Yeah, of course, you should know how to problem solve and all. So a lot of people don't know how to properly problem solve and don't know how to properly argue in a healthy way,
Yeah.
And so mentally, just with everything, everybody's mental is different.
Very different.
And so, before getting into, I would say, a long-term, I don't want to say serious, but a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Tap into, what you need as far as like personal and of course mental, tap into that.
Yeah.
And then, once you've figured out what it is that, or who you are, and you've made the proper adjustments, then go ahead and go for the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, like what Jay and you like what Jay and you Wiz said.
It's like, who's you?
Right. But yeah. Just knowing who you are, knowing your identity, and
right.
Yeah.
All right. So Jay, go ahead. You want to talk about it? Go
We're
ahead.
gonna talk about this video that Wiz decided to show all of us here at the Hitters. I think this was last week. And we've been
debating about this for a few days now.
It's been a week.
I feel like this got to be the last time we talk about this day.
Now, you brought this up earlier, Wiz.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of gave him a little bit, a 30-second
30-second.
to me.
All right. Well, we gonna dive into
gonna be
it.
like that was more like 5 minutes.
We gonna dive into it. Now, this the thing. There was a video Wiz showed us of a guy and a girl. You went over the whole background, right?
A little bit,
rundown,
yeah.
Okay.
A good, good percent of it,
What did you tell them?
Well, I told them that the guy basically was chatting up with this girl that was, not in the same state as him, and he ended up flying her out, and they had a good time together. They came back to his house, not no hotel or nothing. His house.
That was a hotel.
Yeah, that was his house.
That was a hotel.
That was not even no hotel, bro. Come
All
on
right.
now.
Well, regardless of what.
Come on now, that wasn't even no
Regardless of what it
hotel,
was.
bro.
Whatever.
Regardless, though, they have a couple of drinks and everything, and she convinced the guy, well, not even convinced, told the guy, hey, let's go to sleep and everything, So in his mind, well, what I took from it is she planned on, having a good time, even more of a good time, in the morning and everything. So the guy must took it like that and gone to sleep, find out that, girl was leaving in the middle of the night. Once he caught her leaving in the middle of the night, him being in his feelings about it, he asked her, like, what you doing? She dressed up. Keep in mind, she ain't, in no pajamas or nothing, or in no, regular outwear. She in clubbing gear, I'ma say, and finna leave out. And her excuse for leaving out that she gave to the guy was, I'm finna go see my friend I haven't seen in a long time. And like I told y'all earlier, his mistake was asking to see her phone. Because with that and how our generation is ran, until we actually want to make it clear that we want to be exclusive, we're not exclusive. We're not together. Which she clearly stated, we're not together, so why you need to see my phone? So he ended up backing up and saying, you know what? Yeah, I know we're not together, but let me still see your phone, because in his case, he trying to get confirmation that she finna go see her friend, which she kept on reiterating. So I say it like this: if you don't have nothing to hide at all, it's as innocent as you trying to make it sound. Then it should have been, hey, you want to see it here? Boom. I'm like this. It's like this. All right, since you got trust issues, I'm gone. This ain't gonna work out. Blah blah.
So this is my rebuttal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think the girl is wrong for doing what she did.
Yeah, I told him that.
I don't think she's wrong for trying to sneak out and go kick it with somebody else. For one, nobody asked that man to fly her out. He did that on his own merit. Number two, nobody asked that man to take her on a 5-star date. He did that on his own merit. With the intention, I'm going to just assume, with the intention of smashing. Let's be real. Let's be real. You don't just fly a chick out, take her to a 5-star restaurant.
I don't think they smashed.
They didn't.
Of course they did.
They didn't.
Of course.
But how do we know? We don't.
They just got drunk.
How do you know they got drunk? Did you see?
No, she got him drunk, and he went to sleep. Well, both of them went to sleep because you talking about let's go to sleep together. So it's obvious she was in the bed with him.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Wait a minute. So she got him drunk.
Video.
No, hold on. She got him drunk.
Both of them throwing drinks back and everything.
But the fact of the matter remains, they're not together. They're not together. Correct.
Yeah.
He made it clear that they're not together.
But be honest, the only
wait. Yes or no? Yes or no? He made it clear.
Yeah.
He made it clear that they're not together.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so she
Excuse me,
is
y'all.
well within her rights to not spend the night with that man because A, they're not together, and B, she's not obligated to stay with him.
Well,
So,
let's
hold
say
on.
this. Let's say this. Hold on, because at the end of the video, while he was telling her, get your stuff and leave, that means her intention was to spend the night, because she had her bag and everything with her in the video.
Because he flew her out.
So that means you could have got your own hotel, right?
He paid for everything, Wiz.
If he paid for everything, right, that means you wanted to be there, right?
No,
If you didn't want to be there, you would have made arrangements to make sure that you was in a separate hotel, right?
What if he said
didn't
no
want
to
to
that?
be there, don't
What
go.
if, no. What
Just
if
don't
he
go.
said no to that? What if she was like,
then you have every right to say that this guy is being controlling.
but he's already being controlling.
How's he being controlling if he asking to see your room?
That's controlling if you're not together with him.
He want confirmation. That's it.
But we're not. She don't owe him
He
nothing.
didn't say. It's not like he said, "Oh, you can't go. Where you going?" This, that. He wanted to see.
He
the
would have
room.
said that, Wiz. If she would have gave him,
really believe this?
guaranteed if she would have gave him her phone, he would have said, "I don't want you to leave."
Now, if he would have, we'll never know. But if he would have said that, I would have totally been like, "Yo, you being controlling. Ain't none of that going on." But since we don't know what that was, because obviously he kicked her out.
He didn't kick her out. She just left.
No, he kicked her out.
Because
In
she
the
was
video.
leaving.
In the
Because she was
video.
leaving.
He said,
so
"Go
that's
ahead,
not a
get
kick
yourself."
out.
Bro,
I'm leaving.
And I promise you, she was really in her feelings. If y'all look at the video all the way through. See, this is why I feel like you didn't really watch the video.
I did watch it
all the way through.
Yes.
All the way through.
Yes.
So you didn't see the dude told her, "Look, grab your stuff, get on out," since you talking about leaving and everything, blah, blah. And she was really like, "Really? You gonna kick me out?" Oh, got her bag and headed on out.
Dude.
So
This is my.
Let me see the comment.
Go,
This is my thing.
go ahead, because I'm gonna say bye too.
Look, everybody has a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can debate, does she have the right to do that? We all know, the three of us know, each of us have the right to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
But just like we have the right to do what we want to do, we can also be called out for it when it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how's she wrong though?
Wait a minute.
Let me explain. I want to hear this.
We did say that she has the right. We've established that she has a right to do what she wants to do.
Right.
But at the same time, just because you have a right to do it doesn't mean that it is right to do.
Right.
How's it wrong though? Where's the wrong?
Do you know what that's looked at as? You use me to get what you want.
But nobody told you to spend that money. You made a choice to do that.
You use me to give.
You made a choice though.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You made a choice.
Listen.
Did anybody put a gun? No, hold on. Did anybody put a gun to your head and told you to spend your money on that woman? Did anybody do that?
No, you wanted to do that.
Okay. Did anybody hold a gun to your head and tell you to spend your money taking her on a 5-star restaurant? Did anybody do that?
No.
No, nobody did that, right?
No.
So you made the choice to do that, right?
Yeah.
So
but what about her? She made the choice to take all of that and do and
You're right. She made the choice to do that. But that's still on you. You chose to go that route. You chose to spend your money to fly her out. You chose to spend your money to take her out. You chose to spend money on some bottles to knock you out.
But here's the thing. We're not saying that he's not wrong for that.
But you're saying she's wrong for making
she's wrong for making.
But how is she wrong?
Like
nobody is right.
Because at the end of the day, some of y'all might said this, and LSC said this too. She was like, "It's wrong when it's wrong when a woman does it, but when a guy does it, it's taken to a whole different level."
Yeah, it's a double standard.
But at the end of the day, we know what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So all of this tit for tat, anything you could do, I could do better. That's something that's wrong. That's something that we need to stop. That's my whole thing about it. I ain't saying if it was a dude doing the same thing, I'm gonna see him as a player and everything. I'm saying all of this cycle, this vicious cycle that we putting on each other, it has to stop. Where we using up each other just because they offered it to you. You don't have to take it. At the end of the day, you don't have to do that, and you wouldn't have to be in that situation to where you as seen as the bad guy. Because let's say that she was trying to see her friend that was so innocent and everything, and she felt like she didn't have to prove it to old dude. You knew that you was finna go see it. You knew that you wanted to go see him. So how come you wouldn't mention this earlier?
But why does she have to be obligated to mention?
Because you getting up in the middle of the night at dude,
It
and you
looks
sleeping,
suspicious.
and you sleeping with the dude.
It looks suspicious.
You sleeping with the dude.
You're not together.
But you sleeping? No. Y'all might not be together, but at the end of the day,
I
when
think
you getting up in the middle of the night though,
I think he
just
wanted
going.
I think he wanted to be with her.
Exactly.
He wanted no.
That's what I'm saying. Because there was no point in him making this video.
Then he should have let that be known up front.
And that's why I made the whole situation about
he
we
should
should
have
make
let
it
that
clear.
down.
So
that's his fault.
No, this is why I say we need to be more clear on what our intentions are with a girl, because dude would never been in that situation. But like I'm saying, if girl was so innocent about that, she would have let that be known before any of that.
So again, that clears her of all wrongdoing. He didn't let nothing be known. He didn't say, "Hey, I like you. I want to be with you." So,
bro, if a girl is if you flying out a whole female, because some of us get this whole thing mixed up. No. Some of us get this whole thing mixed up where guys fly out strippers and everything
to smash, Wiz.
Dude didn't even smash. Bro.
How do we know that? We have no evidence.
Dude didn't even smash, because if dude would have smashed, he would have never cared if she left, bro.
Guarantee he would.
If it was like that, he would have never cared.
If he would have had that reaction like he did in the video now, it would have been worse. Had he actually smashed, yes, it would have still been the same. We would have played out the same.
Okay, instead of us saying he just bring her out here to do whatever to her, just have her out. I'm gonna say have her out there instead of the word that we really gonna use. That's the S word. But if it was really like that, then dude would have never made that video.
Come on.
Because your point would say it's for clout.
It is for clout.
How would it be clout when you know that you lying?
It's for attention, Wiz. It's for attention.
Because if dude, I'm telling him, if dude was really trying to do it for clout, how is it like that when she could have made the same video retracting that whole thing?
If it wasn't for clout, he would have never made a video.
Now what if she caught the video and tried to make the whole video refracting what he's saying and all that?
But I'm saying, if the whole part of him making the video is for attention.
How?
He made a video. How? He made a video.
How,
Instead
because
of just
addressing.
He made a video.
He made a video.
Because his feelings hurt.
You know how many millions of people have their feelings hurt and they don't put it on camera?
Hold on. Maybe it wasn't for clout. He was probably just trying to expose her. Like,
exactly.
Man, look,
so why do that? Why are you trying to expose her and put it on Instagram? Why do that?
So people can watch out for her.
So people can watch it, right? For attention.
Watch out for her.
No, for
watch
attention.
Out for her.
Man,
not necessarily attention, but just to say, like, man, look, y'all gotta be careful about the chicks y'all.
And also that
y'all gotta be careful.
Why can't you just say that to people? Word them out. Why can't you just
word? That is word to mouth right there.
No, that's putting it on a platform. You put it on social media.
Because that's proof. If I'm just telling you something and I ain't got no proof, did it really happen?
People will believe you. Will.
Oh, get out of here.
People will believe you if you tell somebody.
Get out of here.
If you tell somebody, hey, this actually happened to me.
But now you got an example. The video.
He got even more of a better
video.
example.
But I'm saying,
the video is the example.
But I'm saying you actually have proof because you paid for the plane ticket, right? That's evidence.
So what you want me to have a whole
nobody
script,
can see
the whole
nobody
thing,
can see a plane
whole
ticket
transcript. Hey, I bought her the ticket. I bought her the 5-star restaurant.
Yes,
there.
You have receipts. You literally have receipts. Here's a receipt for the date I took on. Here's a receipt for the plane ticket. Here's a receipt for the bottles we had. Those are receipts. That's evidence. You ain't got to do all that Facebook and Instagram stuff.
But here's the thing. It's the middle of the night. And he's showing like, look, yo, this
come on, man.
She turned into a night walker now.
I'm gonna say this. We're making excuses.
Nobody is innocent in this story.
Exactly.
Nobody is innocent.
Nobody is innocent.
She is innocent.
No.
She is innocent.
No.
All right, so look, check this out. Jay, what if you do that?
What if I do that?
Yeah,
if I do that to a chick?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with me doing that. There's nothing wrong with me doing it. I didn't tell her.
So she fly you out. At the whole trip is on her.
The whole shebang.
Okay.
And you go out there, y'all just like this. You didn't do anything. You ain't do anything sexually with her. In the middle of the night, you get ready. You up and leave. Now she had intentions on sleeping with you.
What was that
Well, she had intentions on sleeping with you, but you get up and you sneak out.
There's nothing wrong with me doing that.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with me doing that.
So
I made no obligations to that girl. I didn't say we together. I didn't tell that girl to fly me out. She decided to fly me out. Yes, I'm going to take the trip. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to just use her. I didn't use her.
Yes, you did.
No, I
yes,
didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Didn't use her.
I didn't.
How you didn't use her?
Jay, you just used her.
How did you not use
If
her?
we already casually kick it as it is, casually kick it, and she decides, hey, let me take you out. Let me fly you out. Let me pay for your meal. People do that.
We ain't saying people don't do that.
Okay, so what's the problem?
The problem is
It don't mean you got to do it.
you don't have to.
So
take
somebody tells you this, let me take you out. Let me take you out to a 5-star restaurant. You gonna decline?
If I decline it, then there's nothing wrong with me declining it.
I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with declining it, but I mean, if you go, there's something wrong with you going.
Okay,
There's
let's say,
something wrong with you
let's say that I
accepting?
do. Let's say that I do go. Let's say that I do go. Then I'm gonna actually ask what it like. You want this to be exclusive?
Come on, man.
Right, I would
Come
too.
on. You're gonna ask
like I said,
every time somebody says, "Hey,
like
Biz, I want to treat you."
Because
I
like
wanna-
I said,
Are you
like
gonna
I
do
said,
that every
no.
time?
Because think about it. Because you gotta also think about it. So the girl ain't just taking me out to take me out.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Y'all, I want y'all in the comment section right now.
How you know that? So
everybody
every
streaming
time,
right now.
every
Wait,
time,
hold on. Everybody on all streaming platforms, tune in to
So we're
go to
just mind
Facebook
readers
Live
now.
right now.
We're
Go to
mind
Facebook
readers
Live.
now.
No, I ain't say you got to be a mind reader.
But
You
that's
gotta
what you
actually.
saying.
No, I said you gotta actually tell them, hey, what is your intentions with me?
But you just
And
said,
you actually tell them in response.
But you
yeah,
just
my
said-
intentions
you
with
just
is
said
to
if-
actually have this exclusive relationship. If this is just dating, okay, this is just dating. That means we're not exclusive.
you
That
just
means
said,
I have free range to do what I want.
that's what she did. She has free range to
But
do
that's
whatever
the only.
she
But
wants.
here's the thing. Here's the
That's
thing.
not
Had
cool,
dude
bro.
would have
How is
said,
it not cool?
because
We're just dating. There's no
no.
commitments.
Here's what I'm saying. If dude would have been more clear,
Right.
I guarantee you, he would have probably not even got able to. He probably wouldn't have been able to fly her out like that. Because if the girl would have really, if he would have said, "Hey, I want this to be a for real exclusive relationship," and she say yes to it, then you really used that.
Let's be real.
So let's be okay. Let's be real. Now let's say dude really said, "I want us to be exclusive," and she agreed to that, and then he fly her out and do all this good.
But he didn't.
No,
listen.
No, because
You
I want
gotta
to
stick-
I want to see where your mind.
gotta
Is.
stick
I want
to
to see
facts.
where your mind.
That
at.
didn't happen.
No, I want to see
You
where
have
your
to
mind
stick
at.
to
Okay,
facts.
we sticking to this
Stick
type of thing
to
right
facts.
now. No, we no.
The fact of the matter
You already
is-
said what you said, but
The
let's say
fact
this.
is,
No,
they're
Jay,
not together.
Jay,
That's
Jay,
the fact.
Jay, let's say
So we're
this,
just
though.
going to negate the
Let's
facts,
say
right?
this. Let's say this. Because I ain't negating nothing. I'm asking
So
a
this
question.
is irrelevant.
I'm asking a question,
Go
Jay.
ahead,
I want
man.
to see what you think about this
Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now, because you keep on saying they're not exclusive and everything. So you saying if dude would have beforehand got on the phone with her and said, "Look, I want us to be exclusive," and she said, "Okay, I want to be exclusive too," and he messed around and did all that, flew her out, showed her a good time and everything, and she snuck out in the middle of the night, you would still say she's not wrong for that?
No, then she will be wrong because he let me know his
that's
intentions.
what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm trying to see.
Okay, but we can't go off of that because the fact is they're not together and he knew that. That's a fact. So she's not wrong. She's not wrong. That's the fact.
So
Now-
so basically, what we saying is, what Jay is saying is, it's okay to finesse. It's okay to finesse the system. That's
No.
pretty much what that says.
No,
That's
that's not
Clear it
what
up
I'm
for me
saying.
then, Jay. Clear
That's
it up
not
for
what
me.
I'm saying. I'm saying in this scenario, everybody made a choice. He made his choice. She made hers.
Because
Now,
I did
however-
say it could have went a lot worse
But I'm
than
just
how
saying,
we talking.
everybody made a choice. He chose to fly her out, knowing the fact that they're not together and they're not exclusive. He made that choice. She made a choice to sneak out and try to kick it with somebody else. She made that choice.
Yeah,
Does that make him wrong for what he chose to do? Does that make her wrong for what she chose to do?
It's the fact that she, if it's like that where you finna go meet another dude, but you said it was a friend.
What the hell ever?
That's
She
choosing.
don't.
That's choosing.
Okay, well she don't owe
Choosing.
him an obligation or nothing. They're not together. I'm quite sure
It's
Wiz.
so twisted.
I'm quite
This is so
Wiz.
twisted,
I'm
y'all.
quite sure
This
you
is so
kicked it with
twisted. This
some
is so
females
twisted,
that
y'all.
you weren't together with.
This is
And
so twisted, y'all. I can't.
Wiz, come on.
I'm listening.
Let's
You
be
keep
real.
talking. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm quite sure you kicked it with some females, right? And you weren't exclusively with them.
No.
Okay, and you wanted to do certain things with some other females. Did you tell those females that you was kicking it with? Hey, I'm gonna go kick it with this other girl. Did you tell them that?
If I knew that we was exclusive, and
No,
everything,
you're not exclusive.
If I'm not
Yeah,
exclusive,
no.
then if I'm not exclusive to you, then no, I don't owe you an obligation to
Okay,
tell you.
thank you.
And I already cleared that up when I
Thank
said, dude, if dude was being controlling and saying that I need to see your phone and all that, blah blah, then yeah, that's dude taking it too far. Because with you knowing that you not exclusive, now you looking like you being controlling and everything. Which, like I said, all of this could have been innocent. He really just looking for confirmation and everything. But since we don't know that, I'm gonna say it for my situation. How you trying to explain it? Because this ain't really happened. He's just trying to put me in a situation. So if I'm just hanging out with some girl, just casual, how we hanging? We just casually hanging out. Like ain't no touchy feely. We just almost like okay. If we just friends, then we friends. What
Okay,
is you
but the
bucking
key-
up? What
the
you
thing-
bucking up for? Because I'm trying to get with another female and everything.
But see, now that the lesson here is you have to be upfront.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the lesson. That's the moral of the story.
So
be
that-
upfront.
So with you saying that,
Your feelings don't get tricked.
but that's what I'm
right.
saying. With you saying that, then you're proving my point. She ain't wrong for making the move that she made.
Get out of
She
here.
not- You just
Get
said
outta
it.
here.
You just
How
said
we
it.
know she's
Wiz.
not gonna do that to the next person?
Get out of here, bro.
You,
All right,
you
when we
just said
find
it.
out, when we catch this same female with another dude on video, I want to really hear what you got to say to that.
She's only wrong again if she was in the knowledge of knowing that they were in an exclusive relationship, and he let it be known. And he let it be
Oh
known.
my God.
That's when
See,
she's wrong.
See,
But
Go ahead.
again, the fact is, we are not together. I know we're not together. He said that out his own mouth. That's a fact. So that totally negates your argument and your argument because he knew they weren't together.
because see, here my whole argument was, look, one of my argument for it was because I ain't gonna say this is my whole argument. Some of us do things. That's why we also said that we got to make sure that we clear on both ends and everything. Some of us just do things, and we hope that somebody else that we doing it for is getting that we're trying to make stuff exclusive. When in reality, we're not good. We're not so sharp minded to understand what this person doing, flying me out and showing me a good time and everything, bringing me back to the crib and whining and dining and everything is glimpses of them showing that I want an exclusive relationship.
Right.
Some of us is not good at that, man or woman. We're not good at reading clues like that we trying to get in an exclusive relationship. Okay.
Right. A lot like today, a lot of people do things subliminal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of subliminals and stuff. So I look at this situation like you doing all of that, like you want to be with her.
Right.
You want to be with her.
But she not reading that.
Again, yes.
Which
yes,
that's
Jay.
which,
Don't look at
which is why she
get that
did
look
what
off
she
your
did.
face.
No, which
Yes.
is why she did what she did because she didn't
So-
see it like that.
So
Guys, come on, y'all can't really be this naive, please.
How is it being naive?
You can't really be this naive. Do you know what a man would do just to get, just to smash? He's
you
willing
don't
to.
think he would do that just to get some? You don't think he would fly one?
You
Right.
just said it yourself.
Right.
Rappers do it all the
Okay,
time.
he was doing that to smash. That don't mean he was trying to be with her. You making it like he trying to be in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
He's doing it to smash.
How? If he just trying to smash it, he ain't even get no opportunity. How? Just please.
That's
tell me
why
how.
he didn't get the
What?
opportunity.
So I'm gonna expose you because you ain't give me nothing?
Yes.
Wow.
And there's some guys that weak-minded like that.
Wow.
But I still feel as though
that can't be this case.
I still feel
That
as
can't
though.
be this
Wait a
case.
minute.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That can't be this case.
Hold on. Before y'all
man.
get amped
Come
up
on.
again, I feel as though
This is absolutely incredible. This is unbelievable.
I'm wow. I'm
This
just as
is
shocked as you.
I
is
feel
right
as
now,
though
This is unbelievable.
cyber audience. I feel as though
This is unbelievable.
he did it because he wanted to be with her.
Right.
He wanted to be with her. Some guys show you how they want to be with you. It's different, but
If a man wants to be with a woman, he gonna let her know, hey, I want to be with you. Ain't none of that subliminal. What you know?
I wish
Ain't
we, man, I wish
none
we
of
could
that
really have
subliminal.
this dude
I
surprised.
want to be.
I wish this
A
dude
man
was
gonna
on here.
let you know
I wish
if he
this
want to
was
be
on
with you or not. He's
Yeah.
not gonna do all that subliminal
I wish
stuff
this
and
dude
not
was-
let it
some
be
guys
known.
would.
Come on,
But
but you're
I
gonna
wish
end up
this
just
dude
like
was on
Buddy.
here.
Then you're gonna end up just like Buddy because you didn't say nothing.
But here's the thing: we learning a real good lessons from that. That some women, you know,
don't be
need clearing.
Right.
You know, a clear-minded whole. Hey, I want this to be an exclusive relationship. Before I fly you out, I need to know that we have an exclusive relationship. That needs to be said. For something like this to not happen to you, you need to make sure that you clear.
Yeah. Nobody's innocent in this story. Because
How's it?
Jake, you can have your opinion. We gonna let you have that. We gonna let you have it.
This
But you
is-
saying,
This
but
is
how we saying,
because
but you ain't finna walk out here and say that we can't have our opinion. and
so
we just let you have
okay.
yours.
So whenever you do that to somebody, and you casually
meaning what?
you casually hang out with somebody and they offer to pay for your food and everything, and you just dip out.
We talk about a girl, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they offer to take
I
you
would
out,
assume so.
Yeah,
They
I was
offer
about to
to
say.
take you out, and you just dip out on them. You
Yeah.
wrong every time.
So if I casually go out
Casually hang out.
and I don't ask them what their intentions is,
Nope.
then I'm wrong.
You wrong.
I'm gonna say I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Wow. Okay.
If I don't ask you what your intentions are and everything, if I just assume that we being friends and all this, or assume that you want a relationship with me and everything, it's gonna be real wrong.
You're
Because
wrong.
that could be taken. Because that can really be taken wrong.
For accepting their offer to go out, and they pay for everything. You're wrong for that.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I ain't finna just let you pay for everything.
But
That's
they
my
offer.
thing.
They offer. But you do. You let them pay for everything. You wrong for that?
If I don't return the favor, yeah.
No, we just saying this one time. Are you wrong for that?
If I don't return the favor,
No, this one time. This one time, you're wrong for that.
you keep on trying to throw me into the corner. I'm going to keep
Yes
on
or
telling
no?
you.
Yes or no?
I
We
keep
ain't
on
talking
telling
about
you.
the next time. We talking about this time right now. You're wrong for that.
Am I wrong for just taking? Am I wrong for just taking somebody's goodwill, taking me out on a date?
You're wrong for that, right?
No, wait, hold on. We saying casually as friends.
Casually as friends, the girl
Because this
take
ain't
you,
no date, right?
No.
This ain't no
whatever
date.
it is. They still take you out.
Okay, this
and
ain't
they
no
pay
date.
they pay for everything.
This ain't no date.
It don't matter. They pay for everything.
This ain't no
It kind
date.
of does matter.
No,
It does
It-
matter.
it doesn't matter
It really
what
does.
it is. There's no
I
title.
want y'all
on
to
it.
get. I want y'all to get on here.
There's
right
no
now and
title
say,
on it.
Does it matter or not? Because I think this do matter. Steph right here. Steph up in here right now, dude. Does this matter if we on a date or not? Because I don't think people just randomly just go out on a date and everything unless they let
People do
each
all the
other
time,
know.
man.
Look, hey, we can
All
go
the time.
on a little friend date because we always had those
'Cause that's
conversations
a
where
major thing.
as friends, we get on the phone. Hey, you want to go out? Grab something to eat. Like as friends, yeah, as friends.
Man, you gonna be popping tags like that? That you trying to tell me something?
Exactly.
You want to be with me?
Exactly. Because I'm gonna ask. You trying to pay for everything? I'm gonna be like, look, hey, is you trying to have this an exclusive date? Because if so,
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm not ready for an exclusive date. I ain't finna take advantage of you.
Right.
But Jay, you try to throw me in there like I already took advantage of it.
Because
based off your statement, anytime you go out with somebody and they offer to pay for everything, and you just dip out on them, you're wrong.
So basically, you
yeah,
proving my point.
yeah, that's wrong.
Basically, you just proved my point. So.
No, I'm saying y'all not exclusive though. Y'all not exclusive.
But who's to say they weren't trying to be exclusive?
Wait,
No,
what time
it wasn't.
What time is it? I think we're going over time.
We're
Trying to make sure.
we got 3 minutes.
All right,
Well,
3 minutes.
we got 3 minutes. Well, you know what? We're gonna finish this next week.
Yeah.
Gonna finish this next week.
All right, next week.
But listen here. Well, you go ahead.
Look, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Key Product. Oh man, we got
the homie Cadillac Black over here.
Cadillac Black.
Bro, boy.
man.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Underground Hitters and
Yeah.
Facebook Underground Hitters. Every social media platform, Underground Hitters.
Yeah. And don't forget to visit the site undergroundhitters.com.
Yes, indeed.
Everything Underground Hitters and all the up to the minute updates and everything that we got going on over here at Underground Hitters Radio. Undergroundhitters.com is the place to be. So
Talking about the app.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and
No,
don't forget,
I'll tell Jake.
Oh yeah. Go visit the app.
download the app.
Right. Go visit the app. Download it. Whatever.
Hitters Radio.
Hittas Radio. Right.
All on Android and iPhones.
Yes.
My Androids rule the world, so you know we most.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, y'all follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Key Product and go like me on Facebook, DJ Key Product.
Man, y'all follow me on Instagram at Jay the Diplomat and Facebook Jay.
Yeah, follow me on my Instagram, my most active account, my most active social media, Instagram, DJ_D_WHIZZ. Again, that is DJ_D_WHIZZ. All lowercase. All lowercase because we keep it low key here on the life show with the Hittas. Because it's more than just a show, it's real life.
Absolutely.
All right.
I like that.
Thank you, Tyrone, for having us on here.
Yes,
Make sure
big
y'all
shouts
follow
out to
all
Ty.
the information. Make sure y'all follow all the information, man. I already know we streaming more than just on Facebook. We also on YouTube and everything. So thank y'all for tuning in. Like always,
We on Pornhub, all that, man. All that.
Oh my God.
No,
All right, we out.
y'all
We out. We out. We disregard
Disregard
that. Hey, with all that being said, it's your boy DJ D Wiz.
DJ Key Product.
I'm He-Man.
Y'all disregard that.
He-Man. Yes, indeed.
Hey, we love
Choco
y'all.
Block.
We love y'all, man. We finna...
Choco Block.
Hey, we got the homie Bull.
Yes, indeed. Hey, before we go, man, we got
Draggers in the building.
he back.
Yes.
He
back.
back.
Yeah.
He back.
The
He's
homie
back.
Bull.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Oh, we Bull back, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hey, man, the homie Bull back. Hey, Muller, get him in here, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
They ain't
yeah.
even see you, man. They don't
Hey.
here, man.
Let